We shouldn't ask children what they want to be when they grow up.
Why?
We should not ask them. Because
According to Google, let's start with Abadi. Abadi is a bad person. Wait. So they're saying especially an opponent of the hero. That is what
like
the
a
meaning of
villain.
a baddie. And then a Christian baddie, they're saying is someone that is all these things: independent, topping career ladder, pretty, dresses well, and believes in God. That's a Christian baddie according to Google.
Makeup only exalts your beauty. Did you explain that?
Depends on how it's done. For healthier children, the older you get, the kids are more likely to have.
I had when like for a lady, if you give birth to a kid when you're around 22 to 20, let's say early 26, the kids are going to have higher IQ. I don't know if that's true.
I'm not sure because IQ also has to do with genes, but not always.
Huyu Daudi re alikuanga re after God's hati re. Leo narudi kwa baba.
Mbona I ring bell?
Willy Paul, Willy Pose.
No,
ni lines huko ndani.
No,
I've never heard the full song.
Sara sikumbuki the full song. Anyways, tuko sawa? Tuko sawa. Willy Paul. Wagwan. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode. Here, tuko hapa na guest wenu bado. My name is Mwandembe, alias Mkunga. We have the newest guest
in town.
Say your name.
I go by the name Faith Bowen. Yes.
Bowen like
Bowen.
And then we have a slightly older guest.
June Wangari. Yeah, always happy to be here.
Okay.
Then we have an old guest kabisa.
Oldest.
Nafadi shares wanigawie. Newton Nyamosi. Yes, Nyamo and Koba pale. Karibuni.
Welcome na sasa wamesema content director pale. Abadhe mnajiuliza Ray ako wapi? Ray is behind the scenes. Ako hapo nyuma. Ana pause lakini unajua bado kamera hizi. Behind the scenes.
Sauti isipotokea vizuri tunamfuata mbio. Blame Ray behind the scenes.
So wamesema we talk about
unpopular opinions.
Debunking myths
and misconceptions. Okay.
I'm thinking umesema already uko nazo. Hebu anza.
Mimi nakuanga conspiracy theorist. What? I believe in weird things. Oh, not weird things. Maybe ni ukweli. That's why it's a conspiracy.
And that's why it's weird.
Yes, weird. So, I think democracy is a myth.
Explain.
By this,
in layman's language.
In layman's language, this means we have that notion that democracy, we are governed by democracy. The majority of the people, it's the say of the majority of the people when you vote. So, let's say kuna 100 people, then kuna opinion inafaa kupitishwa ikuwe fact ama law. 70% of those people who vote, then tutasema hiyo ni democracy. But if you flip the script, if we were to work on that the majority wins, what if sometimes the majority is lost in their own ideologies? What if the majority believes in certain claims that is not true? Do we still move by that and say democracy wins at the end of the day. Yes.
So is your concept that democracy is a myth, like it doesn't work, is what you're saying?
It really doesn't work.
Oh.
That was just an example.
Uh-huh.
To add on it, we can view it in this way. If you go to a certain country that practice democracy, most of the laws that are said in that country, it wasn't the really mwananchi mwenye alitoa that opinion. It was some person representing the mwananchi. And when they go, they do not go to the mwananchi and say, we have this law, which is to be like that. We have this law, and we are passing it, and these are the benefits. They just pass the law because they represent the wananchi. So at the end of the day, it's not the wananchi opinions, but those individuals that were representing the wananchi. So I think democracy is a myth, guys. What is your take on that?
Could have a point.
I think I can maybe agree with your point.
What you're saying about that they might be misguided, the
Yes.
majority. I read a book. It's called The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. So it's called Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. So there's a part of the book. It was all about the subconscious mind. So there's a chapter of the book talking about why we fall for tall, dark, and handsome men. So it was talking about how there was a president in America who they voted for because he looked like he has charisma, he looks
everything.
like he's a good president. So many people were convinced that they voted him in, but his leadership didn't work. He made the worst policies and everything, but he looked like they were misguided. So I think it's possible that democracy doesn't work in some situation, but I think it can work for small groups. It can work if both the options are really good.
Yes.
You get, like, we have given you our two best options. I don't know if that makes sense.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Jobo, what do you think?
Hapo nyuma wanaweza sijui Nairobi county yes.
That's what I wanted to say.
Huh?
Kuna mtu alisema never again will I vote for someone because of the dimples.
She voted because of dimples.
Ilimweka kitu. Impulse ili confuse
I
watu.
usually have a lot of unpopular opinions. Manze, where are they?
Can we
But
start
I
with
concur
like
with yours because even just from the statement, democracy is a myth. It's a myth.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. I concur with it 100%.
and can we say ile unaona ile tukiwa wadogo wenye unaambiwa like right now the way it's raining. Okay, red radi inakochapa. Is that considered
What
a
is the
myth?
thinking behind it?
I've never known
I
that.
used to know and I can't remember because I have
Even-
this memory when I was a kid. Like lightning ikastrike karibu na sisi, and for some reason we thought it's because my aunt alikuwa amevaa red. But say nafikiria siko sure kama that's true. You are saying?
I was like asking, is that kind of like a myth?
I don't know.
Like people believe if you wear red when it's
Myths and
raining.
misconceptions. Tulifanyaga wapi? Social studies ama ilikuwa science pia?
Hata
Kuna
sikumbuki.
vitu kaa hizo pia.
Social studies or
The
something like that.
lightning.
Like
I think
myths and
science.
misconceptions.
Science.
Part of science.
Yeah.
Ilikuwa
Because social
class 6,
studies was
7 hapo,
different.
how you debunk ati mtu amevaa red. But I think maybe my thinking is the first occurrence ya lightning kustrike mtu labda alikuwa amevaa red ndio,
Oh, ndio
lakini
akaanza kusema.
he was the tallest or
But it had nothing to do with the red.
No.
Yeah. Kuna inaitangwa kitu. Wrong correlation, something like that.
oh.
There's this other one for like pointing something to the sky. Is it true?
But I
Like
think-
you pointing something, it's either sharp or
Yes,
like
that
an
makes
umbrella,
sense.
like this.
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes,
does.
that makes sense.
Oh.
Because the tallest
Point.
thing ama point
Or
hapo
during
ndio
a
itakuwa
rainy
struck
season.
na radi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's also, what are they called? Lightning catchers. They usually put at a
Oh, the
high place.
arresters.
Arresters.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they're sharp and they're put at a high place so that it can hit there and be earthed to the ground
Oh yeah.
before it hits anything else.
Oh, an unpopular opinion.
Yes. I have another one.
Yes, ma'am.
This now does not concern me. It's about ladies. They're way cuter without makeup.
Huh?
A what?
Ladies,
Ah.
everyone, every lady out there, they are way cuter, minus the makeup. The
Oh, they
makeup
look more
compa-
pretty.
Yes, the makeup company,
Mm-hmm.
they have a hidden agenda behind it because it kind of creates a notion that you are way better than before, but you're beautiful. If someone is beautiful, they are beautiful, with
No.
or
But
without
you know,
makeup.
let me
Why do you guys push
no,
on
let
makeup?
me tell you something about makeup. Let me tell you.
Wow,
Talking
wow.
of
So-
that, talking of security,
Yes.
there are some people who have like acne, they have like black spots, or maybe they have even a scar on their face. So when they apply maybe the concealer or the foundation, it covers. So they're like, I'm comfortable when I'm with makeup rather than when I'm without.
But that is a false
It
sense
makes
of
them
security.
feel secure. No, it makes them feel secure in themselves, in that they know what, like, you know, a lot of us as humans, the first thing we see,
Is the
the face.
appearance.
Yes.
But you know something
So
else?
it makes that person feel like, I'm secure, I'm confident. It boosts that confidence in that you're like, I can go anywhere, and people won't be like, oh, well, you know, they won't be
But
like,
you know-
oh, she has a scar, she has acne, she has black spots all over her face. Yeah.
Something else with makeup is makeup only exalts your beauty.
Would you explain that?
Depends on how it's done.
Makeup only adds on beauty. Like you can't be ugly and put makeup and be
And
beautiful.
look
all of a
beautiful.
sudden.
You,
Or
you,
that-
you
you have to
mentioned
be
that.
pretty.
Or that's
You
what you're
mentioned
saying.
that.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
mentioned that, and I remember there was this meme I saw in one of my friends' status. It was like, it was about Snapchat. You can't expect to look way like a 10 over 10 with a filter, and you're like maybe like a 5.
Hey,
Like a filter.
That's why most of the time we need to have these
It
physical
goes hand in
meetups and
hand
everything.
with
But
your
each and every
journey.
time we survive being cancelled, there was an episode that went out and I was like,
No, but we're
nilikuwa
saying
nangoja
something
tu
that is
saa kumi
factual.
hivi.
Yeah.
But our episodes air out. I'm a premiere every Wednesday at
4 p.m.
4 p.m. East African time.
Yes.
So
Me,
niko pale na ngoja sema
about cancelling.
hii itatoboa kweli.
Me, about makeup, like, me, I don't use makeup. But,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, round of
my
applause
comments.
for her.
But, you see, I used to think, like, I don't understand why people use makeup. But then, I got to understand that I have the privilege of having good skin. It's a privilege, actually.
True.
Not everyone does. So then after talking to some people, I got to understand, like, some people use makeup, as you're saying, because they've been made to be so conscious about themselves. Like every time someone sees you, they're like, you have acne, have you tried this and this? So they always want to cover it up. But I've also seen girls who just like, it's like a
for
canvas. You get so they get to experiment with different colors and things like that.
I can say
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah, you see, like, it's just, for some people it's just fun, like they enjoy the way you do your hair or something, paint your nails. Now they can also do the same.
I don't know if
with their
this is
face.
an unpopular opinion, but makeup looks good on camera more than in person.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. It does.
Oh, and
It does.
there's this.
Go
I
and
don't
look
know
at
the
your favorite
motion moja
TV.
clear.
Go and look at your favorite TV host on camera with makeup and without makeup.
They look.
Totally
Two different
different.
apart.
So you think they don't look good without the makeup on the camera?
They look
camera,
good
yeah.
On camera.
On
So
I don't know. Ama sijui ni venye
They
unawazoea
look
na
different.
makeup on camera, so ukiona without they look some type of way.
me
But,
think makeup
yeah.
makes you look like confident. Like when I see girls, like the girls who do videos on like before makeup, like get ready with me.
Yeah.
Afterwards, it's like you have this new persona where you're like confident. It's like wearing heels.
I really relate
It's
to
like wearing
it.
heels. Yeah.
That's why it makes me think. You know, the cameras that we are using, they were imported. We do not have manufacturers around. They were tested. These cameras and everything were tested on white people and the so-called white people. So when you present it to Newton Nyamusu without makeup, it kind of looks like You just got from an accident. You get. But the reality is the features that were used to measure everything else were used for white people. Yet that is another
Even for makeup.
theory. I don't
But
know.
nowadays
No, no,
they,
yeah.
they,
It
they
has
change. Like for
advanced.
example,
Yeah.
like Fenty, like Rihanna herself, she had to do with all type of skin color.
Darker shades.
For like some were caramel, for the dark ones, the chocolate.
Caramel again.
Yes, caramel.
Skin color, yeah.
I thought it was just black and white. We have caramel.
No, even the whites, they
Yes.
have like
Their own.
Yeah, they have like that. Those like these people, I've forgotten their names. Like the Mongolians, for
Oh,
example, their skin tone. If you check with other Asians, it's a bit different. If you check skin tone for someone from the UK and the US, different. You find like others have like a yellow undertone. So like economic difference. So like for Fenty, Aliona, they fit everyone. Yeah.
Okay, can I say something about makeup?
Yes.
I have a friend. She's very pro-African, so sometimes she talks about the way makeup standards are promoting beauty standards of white people.
That is
Like
what
in
I
the
was
sense
saying.
that you'd see, like
That
people,
is actually what I was saying.
like you'd see people like they do makeup like they make their nose look smaller.
Oh yeah.
Because white people have smaller
small,
noses,
like
or
the
their-
ridge.
things like that. You get
Yeah.
or blush because white people
Have like
yeah,
pink
you
cheeks.
get
Yeah.
so it's promoting the ideology that white people are prettier, and so trying to look like them.
Yes, that was my idea from the beginning. You now get me. That we
But these
did-
days, people do it different. Africans have decided to just need their own beauty, but I'm not sure. But I tend
We
to
are here
think,
to explore that.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, you see, you people out there, come ujai try out makeup.
Go try.
Do not try.
But do it for fun.
But
Actually,
you can
it's
do it for fun and
Yeah.
everything else. But remember, people are way beautiful without makeup.
But you know also, people's perspective.
And you get there's this that somebody on their wedding day they do makeup, alafu the rest of their life they do not do makeup.
It's
You
for
get?
camera. That's what I'm telling you. It's for
But
camera.
we see, like me right now, I feel so much pressure. I feel like on my wedding day,
Please do not do
society
makeup.
expects me to
Yeah, to be glammed out.
So I'm just like, but it's not the normal me any day. You get. So why would I
And
look
that's for some
different
few
on
hours.
the best day of my life?
As,
You're
Even
not-
on my photos, I won't feel like myself.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
as a wedding filmmaker also.
He's
nakwambia,
promoting the-
like there's a whole like for the trailer there's a whole like 30 seconds just for you and makeup.
Inaweza
But
kuwa
you can do-
nywele, inaweza kuwa
Yeah, inaweza kuwa viatu.
Okay, kuna wenye wafanyagi but sana sana inakuwaga ni SDA. Wallahi tena, wallahi. Thank you. Wanaweza hata DM hapo. Kani wedding zote zenye nimeenda za SDA wafanyagi makeup.
Sasa unaona.
I think hata earrings kasi sijakosea.
Oh,
Earrings.
wow.
Now that is extreme.
Wow.
Ngoliza side side ametoka. Angekuja awaambie.
Anakuwa
Like no jewelry. No jewelry.
Hakuna.
Oh, wow.
Like
kama
makeup
ya
hakuna.
war.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
no,
about the
I
jewel-
think they don't
unless-
do jewelry. Even
unless
they
sasa-
don't, you can't do braids.
Kuna mwenye tushaenda akafanya but ilikuwa chini ya maji, alikuwa zile za alikuwa amebukia maparo place different. Hakuwa na yeye place yenye
Oh,
alikuwa.
like the
Sasa
ones
maparo
for
wale
photo shoot.
wale na siku mwana church. So there's nothing they can do. Eh,
Interesting.
but they don't nini.
Yes. Don't you guys have unpopular opinions?
Unpopular opinions.
Now, there's one I'm yet to process. I was told actually yesterday. And when I called, I have a friend who is a Gaina. So I called and I was like, I need to confirm this because, kidogo. So I was told by a cousin of mine, we were talking about pregnancy, childbirth, ever. And she was telling me, you know, short people like you with legs, I wear number 4. So like my foot is this small, and she was like,
Number 4.
I know, sorry,
Number 4.
I know. My
So
foot is like this.
miguu yako
I don't
yote
have
miwili
much
inaingia
to
kwa
say.
kiatu moja ya nyama. Like what?
Kwa personal kidogo. And she was like, wewe venye uko na mguu hivi, for you you won't have like a normal delivery, you have to undergo through a CS.
I think it's
And I was like, why? See, the minute I noticed the bump imeanza kutoka, see I can hit the gym, do the squats, ile like kuna ile naonanga the ladies wanakalia hiyo ni balloon ama ni nini? Hiyo wakibounce nayo like to nini the cervix hivyo.
Is it?
And I was like, and the pelvic. And I was like, see, I can do that when I'm still like weeks before like I do. And she was like, it depends, but Mugu utaambiwa CS. And I was like, so I called when I got home.
I really
When I
don't
got
understand the relationship between the
I was also
You
like,
know the
how?
relationship.
You know. Oh wow.
Yeah?
Then when I got home, when I got to my house, it was
Let me
still
Google
like
and
lingering in
confirm
my
before.
mind. It was lingering so much in my mind. I was like, let me call my friend. I called him, and he told me like almost 75% of ladies with number 4 ya mguu.
What?
They don't deliver normal. They have to go through a CS.
I don't
And
know.
for CS, for one thing I know, it has its own cons so much. Because from what my cousin was telling me, for like 3 months, you can't sleep on your sides. You can't sleep. Like if you sleep on your side, there's that pain. You also can't sleep on your tummy or facing up. So
Why, how
like
do you
you
do
have
it?
to stay in your seat like this for a whole 3 months. And I was like,
That's
yes,
crazy,
yes,
man.
so I don't know if it's really like a myth or is it something that is actually there.
I'm trying to think the
I'm also
relationship between.
like processing that thing is like kidogo. Yeah,
No, but it's like what I was told is the reason Google has no facts, so there's no need to say it because it's a tricky conversation. But I had that a long time ago,
Oh.
like when I was in primary or high school.
So it's actually like oh my goodness.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Oh wow. Tushaongeza miaka ingine mbili.
yeah.
What? People that are watching this, you can
Yeah,
you
tell
can give us
us.
your take on that, because I don't know the correlation between that.
The small foot.
But I'm not a doctor, anyways. I cannot prove or deny that fact. Not
Another-
that opinion, not a fact.
Nimekumbuka an
Yeah.
unpopular opinion. An unpopular opinion is the way people say you judge a book by its cover, but I don't really think it is that way because nowadays people know that you judge a book by its cover and then they present the cover so nicely, then the
The
content is
context.
work.
True.
Yeah. I
So
say
ilikuwa
me,
don't
for most
judge
of
a
my
book
meetings,
by its cover.
Yes?
yeah?
So the saying is don't judge a book by its cover.
Oh, that's the saying. I thought it's the other way around. Judge a book by its cover.
That is a new one.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover. And then there has
The
to be another
philosophers
saying.
brought another one.
The philosopher I am now.
Brought another one.
Then I actually think there's one that, and that's basically what the society does. Judges a book by its cover. Because
Yeah.
me, in almost all my business meetings, I am usually casually dressed. Unless you pay me to dress officially. That one I would show up very sharp. But I'll show up casually dressed in almost all my meetings because that's me on every other day.
So wewe na pajama unaweza tokelezea tu.
No, not like pajamas.
It's casual.
Pajamas saa hizo ni za
Okay,
kulala.
for me
Maybe a Zoom
that
meeting.
looks like a casual wear.
Sasa unavaa tu shati official na uko na trouser ya pajama.
Yeah. Nani anashughulika na
But
chini?
on a normal day, mi naweza kuwa tu na jeans na t-shirt
Oh,
and I go for an official meeting. Because if you ask me the history of being official, it's a very gray area. Nakumbuka nikiwatch pod fulani ya manager wa CBK alikuwa anaulizwa which is the right way to dress. Anasema hiyo kuva official ni kitu yenye mzungu alileta. If you like go back to the history, ni kitu yenye mzungu alileta. Juu hata kuna time alikuwa na very high profile guests akavaa official, alafu the guys walikuwa in polo shirts.
Oh. So like
Manager wa CBK amevaa very sharp suit.
Oh wow.
Then the guys wamekuja kumuona they're in polo shirts. Wako na do kumliko, wamekam kuinvest in Kenya.
Akashangaa
Like there's no like right or wrong way to do it. But most people watakuwa you don't have a tie, you don't look that serious. I mean, don't have an official shirt. You are putting on jeans. At least come with khaki pants. Kidogo will take you serious.
I heard they say something presentable.
Wait and hear whatever is between my ears. It makes sense. Yeah, that's why me ngoja nisikie kitu mtu anasema kwanza and then you say kuna suti lakini whatever is between the ears is not that solid.
Why would you say that?
Utumia kichwa kama holder ya makamasi.
Oh wow.
There's a lot of things
Unapata kazi
say.
wewe.
There's a lot of things that people say out here that
Jabu's employer watching future employer.
Yeye ni freelancer.
Oh,
Self-employed.
sasa basi wale wa contracts basi clients
Wanna watch.
but sasi of course me I only deal with people who are intelligent. Like
Wow.
so wanajua. Of course wanajua if you're transacting with me you must be intelligent. Because otherwise it will be very hard. Like,
Okay. So like you're a sapiosexual. You are attracted to intelligence.
I am
Oh, nice.
to some extent, yes.
Or to
Oh,
some
yeah, but
extent. To some extent, or you're fully.
I am fully attracted
Oh,
to
yeah.
because randomly mi nitarusha jokes. Alafu naona tu pale vi loading. What is that? What are you loading?
Na kama joke
Jibu
yako si
explain,
ya intelligent
explain,
people.
explain.
Na kama joke yako si ya intelligent people. Na
wako
kwa-
like
Kasi intelligence inamaanisha atacheka, but anacheka zile za wa. You can do better than that. Then now I upgrade now.
Jabu, I have an opinion about what you said about dressing. What you said, I tend to think that the standards are different depending on who you are. For example, if I'm a boss, a CEO somewhere, a multimillionaire, if I come looking casual, people will be like, oh nice, like they'd even think that's the new trend I'm setting.
Yeah.
But if I'm if I am someone like I am a fresh graduate and I'm looking for a contract or I'm looking for a job, they treat me with a different standard. You get like they would expect me now to wear official,
Nimeomba blazer ya
to be
watu,
put
nimechana
together.
nywele.
'Cause
Mimi ni chana.
yeah, because
Wacha tu.
they're always saying that they have to, like how you look has to convince them, you know. Yeah, but
True,
in real sense, it's not it's not what matters the most. But I think they judge us differently depending on
Your dress
where we
code.
are
They do
in life.
actually.
Yeah.
Me actually think people
Because
look.
I was looking at like
Uh-huh.
I was looking like these rich people, Monaco. Monaco is known for like billionaires, millionaires, and you can just see them in random extra large t-shirts, shorts, or even cargo shorts, and even like
Hakuna
sandals.
time ya kuchagua
And you're
nguo.
like,
Huko na time ya kwenda
wow, this
kuchagua
guy. You're like, this guy is a multimillionaire or a billionaire. He has his own yacht, and like, he's wearing so casually, like a streetwear.
Me actually people
Until
actually
you
think-
make it, just dress the way they want.
That's
actually
yeah.
actually think people look at the wrong direction.
Yeah,
Sasa
actually,
msi
they do.
ataanza kuangalia nywele yangu. Mbona nywele huyu kijana inakaa kama dread? Kijana ako na akili kweli. Instead give me tasks that you feel like I won't perform and I'll prove you wrong. Kama huyu ameenda atacho, unaona huyu ako na suti kali kuliko huyu. Huyu lazima anajua kitu anafanya. Hebu kama kumbe wewe mwenye umeacha ndo alikuwa the perfect fit for the job.
People misjudge.
And then maybe you might be dressed sharply, but the
Empty Debbie.
nitty-gritties of those things get right. For instance, hata sasa umesema kudress bado kuna nitty-gritties. There's a lot of intentionality that goes behind dressing. It's a whole book I've written. Tumekosana tuna publishers but ikikuwa fiti nitawa nini. Unaona?
But I guess momentarily, you see now you've missed that opportunity because you've dressed the way somebody will see and misjudge. Just dress as they want. Go for that job.
Yeah.
Get that job first. You know what you believe in. It will not change the way you believe in.
Yeah.
But you have to it's their own ground and they make their own rules. Just play by their rules until
That's
you
true.
have your own ground.
But I think as humans, we need to change that notion totally. In that, because I see it's almost everywhere, not just in Africa, but also the whites. The whites also have that when you're going for an interview, you need to look in a certain manner. You need to groom well. Your hair needs to be kempt. If it's for ladies, your hair should be like this. Dressing code, and not shouting colors, short things. But I think it's more about what you are to say.
That's true, but mimi nitakwambia ukisema hivyo iko sawa. But sasa msema nivae suti. Someone's putting on a suit with a very slim tie. An ironed shirt. Si hata akuje tu, wacha tu akuje na jeans venye anakujaga nayo juu, he clearly doesn't understand how to put on a suit.
But he has made
But
the
he's
effort.
trying.
Yeah,
He's trying.
because it's not about having the best suit in the room, but you're put together. You get umechana nywele, you're umevaa
Putting on
viatu,
an
socks,
ironed
ujavaa
cloth.
sandals. You get umepiga pasi hiyo shati hata kama imatch na trouser. You get like
Yeah, so we are
like it's about the effort. You get like the nini.
At times I feel like the effort is put at the wrong place.
But again,
Somehow,
they make the
somehow.
rules. Just play by the rules. So
And
that
that's
you
my
get the job.
unpopular
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense. I don't see why somebody will. The competence matches how they dress or something like that. But again, you need to understand in what position are you to come and say I can come the way I want. You'll miss the job.
Yeah, because even like genius, like a proper genius, an IQ past 150, they are very poor in dressing.
They are actually
Very poor
They
in
are.
dressing.
But they are poor too in relating with other people.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, emotional intelligence
Social
is very
skills,
low.
yeah.
So you
So
better
now
have
see-
an average person
So
that can interact with people.
but-
Let's say it's business, salesperson.
Yeah.
You'll not employ that IQ.
Yeah.
So
Great
let me
IQ guy.
ask.
That's a different case. But now if it's maybe just like a finance job, you'd rather leave someone who has an IQ of 160 because they aren't sharply dressed.
But these people again,
To a person who will be doing errors pale nini afanye zile errors, typing
But-
errors pale mupoteze mabilioni. Seriously.
But no one says that the person with the high IQ can't be nicely put together.
Most of the times.
You know.
So
Like-
let me ask. You've mentioned about IQ and EQ. If you have high IQ, does that mean
you have a low IQ.
It translates. Yeah. It's
and
inversely.
vice versa?
Yes.
Inversely related.
No,
It
not
can,
vice
can
versa,
it not be
not vice
balanced?
versa.
Really?
Can it not be balanced?
I don't think
Very
it
Like
has
you
to
have
be.
high IQ
And high
and then
EQ.
moderate EQ.
It
No,
can.
I feel
There's a
like you can have
possibility.
both.
Yeah, I
Yes,
also
you
feel
can
like
have
saying.
Eh,
I also feel
but they're
the same.
developed. It's not like innately you're born.
Yeah, because
Maybe-
EQ is something that it's
So,
like a skill.
it is for
It's
such
like
reasons.
Even
sim-
IQ you can
it's like
increase.
empathy.
It is for such reasons that I came up with a theory of relativity. Like it's relative. You see, a higher
Newton
IQ,
wondering.
but
You came up. What?
Newton is standing in
The
his
grave.
grave.
Hey.
so I came up with a theory of relativity. All that means is everything is relative depending on the recipient and the participant. Guy, I should patent that. Unajua mmesikia. So now it means a high IQ is relative to whoever is saying and whoever the subject matter is at this point. A high IQ to you might be not that high, but to me, very, very high. Maybe the same, say, unless you're involving figures, like a high IQ of 160 cannot have an equal, like, say, super genius cannot have an equal amount of EQ. Inakuwaga inversely related. Unless uko maybe hapo 100 unaweza kuwa na equal level of
balance.
yeah. But if unless pia kwa IQ uko huko chini
Okay.
up the roof.
No, but
It's part of, you know, I wouldn't call it survival, but part of adaptation.
Yeah.
When you lack in something,
you have to compensate.
there needs to be a compensation in some area of the
Yeah.
sort. I guess that is why. But
That me, I feel like it's supposed to be a thing, like
the same
on
level.
one ground. Yes.
No, I don't
But,
think
like-
but me, I don't think
Talk-
people
talk-
get
let's
born
talk
with
about-
high EQ.
Hmm?
I don't think people get born with high EQ.
They don't.
Like
It's something
EQ
you
is
have to
developed.
learn. Yeah.
So
So
nikan
what-
kuulize kuna
what
mtu
Because
prevents-
EQ.
So
let
there's
me
no
ask,
way.
how do you define EQ in your own terms?
See, emotional intelligence.
emotional quotient.
Yes,
Uh,
quotient
uh.
on how somebody can, let's say the emotions part of the human being. It
Like
is
how
that
you regulate your emotions,
how
Yeah.
you interact with other
knowing
people,
something
Yeah.
that triggers you.
how to read
And
the
what
room.
you
How
do
to-
affects other people.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Also empathy, because empathy is part of EQ.
Mm-hmm.
Because empathy is a skill you have to learn. It's not
Yeah,
like
see,
sympathy.
people are born caring.
No, that is sympathy. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy.
Like
Empathy
kuna
is
watu
a
wanazaliwa
skill.
tu wakiwa caring.
Yes.
No, that is
kuna watu
that's part
wanazaliwa
of
tu na roho
sympathy.
safi.
That is part of sympathy.
Uzaliwi ukiwa tu roho safi.
No, empathy you have to learn. Empathy is like putting yourself in someone else's shoes. You
Yeah.
understand all the emotions,
Basi kuna
and
watu
you
Oh,
wanazaliwa-
know.
for some
and
people
you
it
know-
comes easier than others. I see
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're saying.
Yes, yes, ndo I think that's now EQ sasa.
But you know,
I think
EQ
I'm
it's very
understanding.
broad. It's on
Unajua
a
umesema
bigger
hivyo unaweza
spectrum.
kuimagine nani ako na roho safi mwenye anamjua. Sasa naweza kupima.
Si mimi niko hapa.
Ana EQ?
Mimi nakuwa na roho safi guys. Niko na yote.
Uko na umebalance.
Yeah,
You're the
nimebalance.
example.
Chwani chwani.
Unasema IQ
100 venye iko- average
Niko
average
chini.
Wait,
Average
wait,
ni
wait.
90
IQ of 100 is
to
low.
It's low.
Ya chwani.
IQ of 100.
no 100 that's
Uko hapo
uko sawa.
moderate.
Average.
An average human being
Average
is
ni
supposed to
90
be
to 100 or something.
80. From
Is it
80,
90?
80 to 100 maybe. That's an average IQ. No maana nakwambia at
Ningeshtuka.
150 you're a genius.
I
Really?
know my IQ now, but then umesema iko
Nifanye
below
test.
niko like,
Me did it in like
Yeah,
high
I
Yangu ni
school.
207.
Bro! Mimi nilifanya high school ilikuwa 130
Umekuwa hata
something.
hujai kuonana na manzi. At 200
Si watu waki
the highest,
Most
nani,
people have an average IQ between 85 to 115.
nakwambia
115.
85.
But IQ can increase.
it does.
It does.
Yeah,
I
it
was
does.
told it
the more
can.
knowledgeable you are, the more inaenda IQ.
But you I also learned that IQ is not about like it's about like umefanya test ya IQ like they
It's
like
about
it's
numbers.
about shapes
Oh yeah.
like
So, acha
patterns
niwaambie.
the way you match
Bro,
patterns how fast you
Math.
can and how accurate
kwenye
you
mnaenda
can. Eh.
melekea area fulani tulikuwa tunaongea na Ray na Chepto the other time tulikuwa tunaongelea story ya knowledge na wisdom.
Those are
I
two
feel like
different.
if you have a high IQ you have more wisdom than knowledge.
I beg to differ.
Yes.
Let me land. No,
Yeah, it's vice
you have
versa.
lazima
You're more
hata kama ujienda
knowledgeable.
shule mse mwenye na uko na wasi wawili umefanya tu test tu, huyu mwenye ako na higher IQ ako na more wisdom than knowledge. Knowledge ni kitu unaweza acquire from shule, unaona. Ndio maana unapataga kuna wasee,
concur with that.
kuna msee ametoka from certificate to masters huko juu sijui to PhD but huwezi compare reasoning yake na huyu mwingine mwenye amefanya tu nini hivi. Sasa hapo sasa ndio hiyo nini inaingilia. So now that's quotient of intelligence for you. Like it's the quotient of intelligence, how intelligent you are. It's
And
not,
most of
I
the
don't
tests-
feel like it can
Like
be
how you
increased as
intellectualize
such.
everything.
Most of
Yeah.
the tests ni analytical. Ni mtu tu
Yeah,
mwenye
it's analytical actually.
problems
Problem
solving
yeah.
Solving
whatever
problems.
ako nayo. And that is the test yenye tunaonanga which is different between these two.
Oh,
Na
then
mtu
that makes
ana
sense.
identify bio. So that is the test of your IQ. But I guess it differs from people. But I think most of the people who go under 85, they're just
People you interact with? People you interact with?
Yeah, maybe
might
for
be
you.
you.
Aya, si people interact na wewe. Unaona watu mnainteract na Nyamosi unasikia vitu wanasema huko nje.
Mimi sijasema
Alisema tu most.
you might find like it's all good. Unapata kuna IQ yake ya 42 huko.
But unaweza pata huyu ako na hiyo IQ 42 by the way, lakini haingiani bado.
Hebu mtetee.
I was trying to reason in that venye ana passive information.
Bado.
Anauma nje.
Bado 42.
42
Like,
ni 42.
generally ni
Nje
hivyo
ni
tu.
nje.
Quotient of intelligence. Iko tu ni hivyo tu.
Anajaribu lakini survive.
Anang'ang'ana.
But I guess kama tungekuwa kinda the same ama tuna average huko ma 120, hatungekuwa na balanced world.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need crazy people.
Who are the crazy ones in this situation?
The one with high
With
IQ.
The
higher,
ones with high.
higher IQ ndio wanakuwa crazy for thinking. Do you see? So ni a balance in the society that si kila mtu atafanya engineering, kuna wenye watafanya sales, kuna watu sisemi nani ni nani.
Aki niko na
kabla-
unpopular opinion about that, but maliza. Unpopular opinion yangu ni sometimes your cost does not determine your intelligence, but we have a system whereby, Steve, like to explain, like if I got an A in high school, like, and I want to do interior design, and that's my passion, and I'm still intelligent.
Yes.
I'll be told, no, you can't do interior design with your
Ama
A.
uliiba.
You have to
Uliiba
do
mtihani.
medicine.
Engineering.
Ama uliiba.
Mbona asifanye engineering? Mbona asifanye huyu aliiba. Huyu aliiba.
And you have a
Mbona
passion
asifanye
for-
law?
mbona usifanye agriculture or something and you have a passion for agriculture. You see?
Exactly. So I think like hizo sciences ziko
It's just something with the
glorified.
whole
They're so
system.
glorified. Because even sometimes I have lecturers who I can see it in them that they feel like scientists, the wale wase, you get like they kind of look at some courses like wako msi waste time na hao watu. And so, imagine literally. So I think like it's a thing in society. I don't know. Sciences are like over glorified for
much.
some reason. Yeah, but they're not a direct representation of intelligence.
That's
It's
that
just-
is
yeah.
very, very, very right.
Mhm.
Because we now, I had a friend in high school, back in high school. So we were choosing the subjects to do. So personally, I knew that math is a problem. So I went for history, CRE, agriculture. Yes, history, CRE, and agriculture. Those were the options to, doing other things like physics and everything else. So this guy went for physics, and I knew deep down he doesn't understand.
Alijiaminia.
He's like, I must do this so that I can go and do engineering. So most of the time we tend to opt for things that we deem as good for the society and not knowing your capabilities and how you can handle such. So it is not that other subjects kama humanities are inferior. Zote zinatakikana at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So you can choose physics, go and be a doctor, engineer, something. I can choose history, agriculture, and go be a farmer and everything.
Like
and
me.
Mind you, a farmer is the most needed person in the society. Minus the farmer, we have nothing. So
Yeah.
whatever you do, man, do it.
Like
with
me,
the
I
passion that
did
you have.
sciences. I did 3 sciences. I did physics and then biology. Chemistry was compulsory. And I did geography and CRE. But
So-
I'm doing business. So I'm doing a business course.
Wewe ndo watu
Way
wanasema,
off what I learned. Because I never did business in high school. But right now dealing with
business.
it.
hiyo time by the high school sasa mlaumo juu nakumbuka immediately after tumechagua subjects so nikienda tu rally like that was like the buzz unauliza uko form 3 unafanya subjects gani ama niko form 2 time 3 mimi 3 science history computer 3 science geography computer 3 science geography business 3 science geography akozuleza already demo na kuangalia some type of way
Like
Sema
kuna
hapo hivi
venye
nafanya
wanakuweka
biology,
actually.
For real.
history CRA
wanakuruka.
anakuangalia it was there
And that's crazy.
so
Yeah.
ni kitu tu imekuwa tangu hizo matime
Niko na unpopular opinion ingine related to that. We shouldn't ask children what they want to be when they grow up.
why
We should not ask them. Because I've been thinking about it for some time. Because they don't have to know what they want to be when they grow up. And sometimes we force them to pick a route.
That we
And
want.
sometimes they don't, not even that we want to, just force them to pick. Like they have to pick. You get, so they decide, I want to be an astronaut, but sasa everything that they do since they're a child is I have to do physics because I have to become an astronaut. So they never give history a chance. They never give music a chance. You get, so like they don't live life fully, knowing that all options are open, and along the way I'll find my path after exploring all options. They live like have to be a neurosurgeon, have to do bio, have to do chem. I can't do business like
But
that.
So it's
that is
until
still there.
now.
It's still there up to now.
yeah, so it's until ile time yenye ameshamaliza
Ama
kuna
hata
by the
akikuwa
way
high
nishapata
school,
degree, nishafanya kila kitu so now what are the other options by the mlisema kuna usanii siku hizi imeanza kulipa
What if, June, what
Wait.
if
Eh?
you as a parent, you notice the strengths of your kids?
Yeah,
They
that's
to
different.
some degree.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
Oh.
what you're saying.
And I guess vile umesema ni right because they need to explore each and every field for them to now discover their strengths and now to direct their path somewhere to some career.
Yeah.
That actually works. Lakini ya kusema mtoto wangu lazima akue
For me, my dad.
engineer.
For me, my dad
Wewe
was
mwenyewe
like.
math huko unashika
For me, my dad
Hii
was
nyumba ni
like
ya
medicine.
madaktari nyumba ni ya madaktari
Yeah, that's how my dad used to be. For me, my dad was like medicine. That's the way to go.
Even me, I realized
Yeah.
growing up, I was told, like, I don't know when I was ever told, but I think it was put in my head that I need to be a doctor. So along the way, I just kept
unataka kwanza usanii hata
pursuing-
wewe
Asaki kwa msanii.
Already yako.
philosophy.
unakuwa najitetea saidi mapema
True. Naweza kuwa professor.
Another unpopular opinion, sorry, about our education system. They're meant to test memory, not intelligence.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the 844 system.
Ama nasema hivyo juu nilianguka.
Who knows?
Wacha nijitetee
But it's true.
but ni ukweli juu hata unakumbuka kwa hiyo meeting tulikuwa na hao maprofesa they were if for the better part of the whole meeting ilikuwa kwa the education department na somehow that was one of the things yenye walikuwa na try to bring up people coming up with new thesis and stuff so their thesis were all geared in that direction wana try kusema by the we feel like this system is not really working for us if you go back to the history wanaleta from the start ya colonization and everything wanaanza kuja polepole then I realize but they doesn't make sense so we need to have like tailor it in some way ikwe for us it was we've been working with the system ya mzungu yenye yake ilikuwa tu ni wanataka kuproduce workers not thinkers
Yeah.
unaona yeah.
And I'm wondering why would, for example, let's say you go to a public school, lessons wanafunza huko, it is not something that is factual, but they teach it as if it is factual. For example, I did, was it geography in Form 1? Geography ndio iko na evolution.
I think so.
Yeah.
Ni geography ama history?
History iko na
Evolution-
evolution
history
alafu
also
geography
has-
iko na
evidences for
Isoma Big Bang Theory.
yes.
Yeah,
Why would you teach
geography.
something? Mimi mwenyewe najua that is a theory. Lakini siku hizi wanafunza kama a fact that this happened.
So
and this
unasema
happened,
ni- wanasema
knowing
ni
that you cannot
theories.
stand, you cannot squeeze
Wamechange kwa fact.
like
Hata me feel like I was taught like a fact.
yes.
No, it
then
was
in-
not like a theory.
A theory, like, but like, sijui vile explain.
si wana support and
Yeah,
they
this is what
and you have
happened.
to write
This is what
that in the
happened.
test knowing that you are writing a false claim.
Maybe you should now go back and explain, define what a theory is.
See, a theory is something that is not factual. Okay,
Oh,
not
I see what
really
you're
factual,
saying.
but something that is just an imagination to some degree. I have a theory
Forgetting.
in this
Ebu,
thing.
Ebu Google what is a theory. Because nakumbuka in my early years as a philosopher, these are some of the
Ati-
things I dwelled on. Like a theory.
I think
you
I
realize,
understand what you're saying.
it's not really the truth, but kuna facts zenye zina support kitu na like kuna what supports and what doesn't support, then it's up to you to decide to go with it or not to go with it.
Why would it be a subject that everyone is to do?
It's a inadepend na
Na mimi
shule.
sibelieve
Kuna,
it.
kuna shule zenye unachagua kasi
Form 1 ulikuwa unaifanya alafu ukifika form
form 2 na
3 ndo
select.
unachagua. Mbona nifanye na mimi I don't
So,
believe in.
Basi mbona Muslim afanye CRE primary?
Ndo unashindwa.
I thought even it's contradicting to you.
According to Google,
Uh-huh.
theory is a supposition, or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles,
Exactly.
independent of the thing to be explained. They have given an example of Darwin's theory,
It's an idea.
like a set of principles
Eh,
on which
like
the
kama saying
practice of
I
an
have a
activity-
theory, I believe this and this could be done this way. It could be better this way, and this is why I think this way. This like on a support. So now, if you come up with a theory, you have to have supporting evidence in regards to the same and like the downsides of the same thing. Then you now leave it to the people to decide. And then if it has strong backing, now moves to be a fact.
So you see, in philosophy again, there is a law of,
Unaona kama hizo zote za geography,
eh?
they still remain to be theory because they have
But
the
some
downsides of it that make it look somewhat not right ama not really
Accurate.
upheld like 100%. No maana zinabaki kwa theories. Otherwise kuna vitu kama there's something like God is real. You can't say it's a theory. It's a fact.
But some people will
Because
deem
of
it as
the
a
evidences that are
theory,
available
yeah.
there. Eh?
Yes. In philosophy, we have something that is called the law of non-contradictory. So you can't have two opposites at the same time. You cannot hold the thought of
Yeah.
two opposites at the same time.
Yeah.
Huwezi sema the sun rises from the west, mwingine aseme east, alafu tuseme now we put both
join
on the
together.
same ground. You
Yeah,
get?
that's
It's either
why
the sun rising from the east or
Or
not
from the west.
or
not-
from the west.
okay,
It can't be both at the same
Yeah.
time. That's why I'm saying they should not. If we found out that we have a creator and we have evidence for it, why now teach about evolution
it's a theory.
and waste time
The,
when
no,
we can
no,
do
the
something?
theory of evolution.
Yes.
No matter something like the sun rises in the east
Yes.
is a fact,
Uh-huh.
but the Darwin's theory,
Yeah.
Darwin's
theory of evolution.
no, it's not evolution. Darwin's ni ile ya nini kuna ile ya venye human beings
Origin
evolved.
of species.
So so inabaki kuwa a theory. Because ni yeye amekaa akafikiria by the way,
Binadamu
Kuna
alitoka
hivi-
from
kuna
a
evidence ya
monkey.
mifupa hivi, kuna evidence ya mifupa hivi, but again there's someone else mwenye amekuja na yake ingine ya religion. Kuna a religion wako na view yao ingine,
Yeah.
so hizi views zote zina move to the same thing but in different ways. So this one has to remain as a theory because only one has to be a fact.
But my thinking is, I'm not saying that theory ama ni theory. I'm saying why waste time on something that we know is not factual. You get?
But you know-
But you philosophers, you like to argue on
that's why you're
such
saying the
things.
whole system doesn't really make sense.
Yes, it doesn't make sense.
It promotes
to me.
only people who have good cramming capabilities.
Yes.
But if
Not
you
thinker.
are really a thinker, utakuwa unateseka juu It's not for you. The system is not for you.
Why learn
The system is
everything
not
else?
for you.
That is the thing that I've been really noting. Why teach something that we know is a theory, but we base our time and everything, resources, mzazi lipa school fees, and you know it's at the end of the day, it's just an opinion of someone that he came up with. While you have the fact at the same time, we can move with that fact and do so many things. But again, that's why the system is rigged. Hatusemi sasa mwache kwenda shule.
Tunaacha shule.
I have another unpopular opinion.
Yes.
I think it's okay not to know.
What?
It's okay not to
Not
know.
to know.
It's okay.
By
not
that
to know.
to know what exactly?
I agree.
Anything?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
hapo kwa anything.
Au kusema anything ka kusema it's okay kwa mjinga.
Not to know what?
Like, for instance, if you ask me a question and I don't know, I should be comfortable in not knowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
That-
curiosity
Yeah,
in humans.
But society places people in positions where I feel like
Tutakuwa mjinga sasa hivi.
juu by the juu saa mimi sijui hiyo swali unauliza na ni kuhusu sijui philosophy gani ama ni kuhusu sijui theory gani, it means that I am a fool.
Imenikumbusha one of these 5 days mimi nakuwa mtu
And then
funny sana.
it
Or
goes
like the
back-
society expects you to know
yeah,
it.
it goes back again to the
yeah.
whole system. They will be trashing this
What?
system for Kenya.
One of these
So
the whole
much.
system will be
So
trashing
much.
juzi I overheard sijui ni mbaya
Overhear.
drop nikasikia watu wakiulizana
Wayatape.
just a random question. What is your pet peeves? Mimi nikajua pet peeve ni kitu yenye upendi, si ndio, right?
Yeah.
But since alafu wakataka kuja kuniuliza, walikuwa madem fulani wawili, nikawaambia hawa lazima niwapime bangi. Nikawaambia pet peeves ni wanyama ambao upendi. Akasema umse ajui kitu, is not literate.
Yeah.
Nikasema chonjo. That's how we gauge society nowadays. We come up with terms. If somebody does not know about that term,
Yeah,
we
like toilet
deem them as
water.
illiterate. Nikasema sawa. Kuna flip script. If I ask you something like, okay, we are having a normal conversation, wewe uli overhear kitu kaa pet peeves. Alafu kaniuliza mimi nikasema sijui. Ukanideem as illiterate. Mimi nikuuliza kitu kama altruism, kitu nilifind out nikisoma jana. Alafu nikuuliza ushinde kusema will I gauge you the same at illiterate. So not knowing vile umesema,
Yeah.
it is good. not
good.
to know.
It's okay.
It's okay to
It's okay,
not
it's
know.
okay.
Yeah.
Ni kama venye ile time ya maandamano, like after the whole finance bill was pulled down and everything, there was a lot of pressure to the Gen Z, like, okay, next tunafanya nini?
Mnataka kuoccupy wapi?
Mnataka kuoccupy wapi? But again, kuna oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm forgetting their name.
The who?
So unfortunate. Alikuwa interviewed kwa Mike Check podcast. Shout out to Mike. No, shout out to Checkmates. Mike Check podcast. Shout out to Mike Check podcast. Madam anaitwa nani? Drama Queen. The other name for
Mudhoni.
Mudhoni Drama Queen. I think ni yeye ama ni nani? The owner of Blankets and Wine. Yeah, the owner of Blankets and Wine. It's a lady. Alikuwa anasema it's okay for us as Gen Zs and the whole movement to not know the next process because no one has been here before.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the first time you're figuring it out.
True.
So it's only fair if you're given enough time to, if you're given enough grace to maneuver this whole thing pole pole as we figure out the next steps. Yeah. Me, I also think it's okay not to know. The whole system yenye tumelelewa nayo, unakumbukaga swali mwalimu akiuliza swali class alafu fail, what happens? People laugh at you ama uchapwe. So all along umelelewa na ile mentality ya by the
It's okay.
if nikipata kitu wrong I'm a loser. It just means maybe hiyo si hata si field yako. Sasa kwa mfano say you are a biomedical scientist, naweza kuuliza vitu za engineering. You are doing business right now. Najua nikikuuliza stories za accounts ni nini utaweza. Alafu nikuulize kitu ya agriculture. Ama hiyo tu engineering. Unaona?
Yeah.
And then ufail nianze kukujudge. It doesn't make sense. It's very unfair.
True.
Yeah.
If you gauge people by the same measure, then they fail to pass their own standards.
Yeah.
Sasa unaona. So let us be thinkers before you presume that somebody is not well educated, please get to know them because tunakuwa na hizo notion unaweza pata hadi hivi kwa street mzee amebeat amevaa kiatu mbaya alafu mzee huyu jamaa kusoma ndio maana amekaa hivi alafu uende upate later alikuwa professor or something and something na ameamua tu kutulia. I mean
actually best yangu ako German alikuwa ananishow ni classmate wangu alikuwa ananishow venye huko wase wako very easy like you can't tell the difference between mse akona dona mwenye hana juu wote they just look the same. The difference is the account and the zeros in the account. That's the difference. Ukikutana nao hivi nyote mnapanda tu hizo kama ni place ya bus mnapanda bus, kama ni railway mnapanda train wote. Yeah.
Nice.
Ini vitu zingine man.
Another unpopular opinion. Christianity is not cool.
Christianity?
It's not cool.
Cool. Cool like
the opinion is
cool,
Christianity
cool.
is not cool.
To the world
so that's the unpopular opinion. People say Christianity is not cool.
Oh, it's not your unpopular opinion. Like you don't think that Christianity is not cool.
I feel like it's very unpopular and it's a whole lie. We usually have like a blast as Christians.
But I think nowadays kidogo. Nowadays it may change in a slight, like if you look on a ratio maybe it's maybe
actually kuna statistics funny real alikuwa na show like there are more men
Gen Z men
more Gen Z men in church
than other generations. Than other generations or than women.
They are trying to now the current whatever more Gen Z's men are joining the church. Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
That is a really good thing.
Yeah, very.
It is actually.
Yeah, because if you like become a Christian, you realize unajua if you're on the other side you of course think sama say juu kama watu hawezi piga sherehe sijui watu hawezi fanya nini so what next maze, but you realize there's like a whole life on this other side that
is not based on
that you haven't explored. Unakumbuka tukienda tu like just the journey from Kericho to Nakuru and just staying the whole night in Nakuru.
Spending time together.
Like it's a whole experience that everything is cool, and then all these people like wote ni Wakristo wenye mna vibe now and everything is fine and hakuna hiyo ati nafika place kwa zile by the we are missing something. Hapa tungekuwa tuna pop my bottles. Like you don't feel that nini anymore. I don't know if it's me or
when you
I actually feel the same.
No, continue.
So I was just saying. I also feel the same. Like there's no that you feel like you're missing out on something.
Maybe ni pia niyo design ya tunakumbuka like the traditional way of like a Christian ni like mazee lazima uko na suti, lazima uko sijui umekaaje, uko na ties sijui yale. But now but now you realize by the even Christians are cool, they have taste, they have everything. Kuna Christian buddies. Is there something like that?
See, they are.
Yeah, you realize even
Christian buddies.
Church men. Like,
Christian buddies.
Do you know buddy?
That is new.
Let me start myself.
See, we have
I think.
Christian realm.
That's new.
Ni kama sijui definition ya buddies. Si buddies mtu ameweza.
Okay, not really. I think maybe kuna different definitions. Kwanza, first of all, I think Kenya unasema.
Tunasema vitu zetu.
Let me check.
Kenya ulikuwa na Kenya.
She's confirming buddy.
You're confirming
what you're saying about Christianity being cool, I think you have to change your perception of cool so that you understand that Christianity is cool. Like, you have to change your perception of cool. Like, even us when right now we think Christianity is cool because we are in it. And our perception of cool has actually changed. The things that matter most to us, the things that fulfill us. But some people on the outside still look at Christianity and they don't think it's cool.
Oh, cool in this sense would mean like it's comfortable. Like I'm not suffering.
Oh,
unajua msema mazee msi anaonaga nikiokoka mazee sasa naomba 24/7 niko tu hapo paka magoti nauma sijui like I look some type of way like I can't unajua sasa unakumbuka that narrative yenye ilikuwa spread ya like for you to be a Christian you have to be suffering so that ukienda mbinguni uenjoy.
There's nothing
Unaona?
like that. Now
Like it's a
it's-
whole
False
narrative yenye iko
gospel.
hapo.
Hey, watu wanafaa washikwe
Yeah,
hapo
it's
kidogo.
false gospel.
Commercial, what according to Google, let's start with Abadi. Abadi is a bad person. Wait. So they're saying especially an opponent of the hero. That is what
Like
the
a
meaning of
villain.
a baddie. And then a Christian baddie, they're saying is someone that is all these things: independent, topping career ladder, pretty, dresses well, and believes in God. That's a Christian baddie according to Google.
Yes.
And a baddie, they've said is a bad person.
Apana, my
But
understanding.
yeah, our understanding of baddie is not the way Google is saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kinda, mimi nasemanga abadi is mtu mwenye ameweza ama nakwanga wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But abadi ni dem ameweza.
I think majority
That's
of
a
us,
baddie.
that's how we take it.
Yeah. Julie time walisema mabadi wameenda kwa occupy nini? It was just pretty ladies
Me,
who know how to
think.
dress and who we feel like they should be just there
Yes,
TikTok on a
girl
vlog,
toto.
dress with me, see nini. All of a sudden they are there fighting for their rights. Yeah.
Me think baddie is the Gen Z term for the millennial slay queen.
Okay.
It's just that now you think slay queen sounds a bit more
Ukisema slay queen
Kenyo.
kwangu inakuja
that sounds a bit more Kenyo, but
True.
but it's the same.
slay queen kwangu inakaa
But
like
it's the
dem lazima
same.
amevaa heels
A baddie.
and a dress or something, but sasa unajua baddies lately ama most of the baddies it's very hard umpate maybe ametokelea tu na heels. Inakuwa most of the time ni wanapenda rubbers most of the times.
Depends, because
Converse.
pia kuna corporate baddies.
Yeah.
Like you guys.
Oh, wow.
Baddies, yeah.
I think
wonder
baddie
what-
is an energy. I don't know how to explain.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's
The aura you have.
yeah. So
So
so I don't know how
Are
you
you a
can be a
baddie?
Christian baddie.
I am a Christian baddie.
I would not term myself a baddie. Like
Why, June?
No, me,
'Cause-
I'll consider myself a Christian baddie.
Going with my
maybe some days.
definition.
Unaona kama mimi ni baddie.
See, my definition is mtu mwenye ameweza.
Oh, okay. By Nyamo's definition, basi yes.
Yeah.
basi bado hiyo Christian badi wewe unasema the same thing. It's almost the same thing. Yako unasema ameweza but wewe unasema mwenye ameweza
Dresses
na
well, topping career,
yeah.
pretty,
That
and
is
believes
fine.
in God.
Okay, we are moving with that definition of
Yeah.
body.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm a
if we move with
Christian
that
baddie.
Yes.
see. That's what I'm telling you, Christianity is cool.
It is actually.
Sisi tunateseka. Okay, kidogo but sio tu kuteseka.
Another myth. This one, I don't know if it's a myth or it's actually like a reality thing. They normally say for ladies, you're not supposed to kupitisha. I'm saying this because nimeambiwa hii mara mingi because of my age. Nisipite 27 or 28 without having a kid, like a first kid. Yes, I get that a lot. I get that a lot nowadays. I'm like, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm this age, and they're like, you only have like 2-3 years. So ufai kupitisha hiyo kama hujapata mtoto wa kwanza, ati yo ukipita 28 to 29 to your 30s, third floor, it's hard for you to get a man. It will be hard. It will be hard for you to get someone to settle down with because they tend to the men tend to go for younger girls. So if you are around like 30, 29 and you don't have your first kid, you haven't settled down, or maybe been in a relationship per se, you are not going to find that suitor. So men, they're going to go for the younger ones, 23, 24, 22, and you are left out. So I don't know if that's a myth or it's actually like a reality thing. For me, I'm in between because there's a lot of questions every now and then. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. Now that June was to answer the question, but now
yeah.
June is also taken. So
But I can still answer.
Have you heard about the same?
Yeah, people talk about it a lot. Me, I think you'll never
It's preference.
satisfy society or meet their standards.
True.
If you get married at 22, they'll tell you you're too young, you should have studied.
You should have
If you get married,
making me shy.
they'll tell you it's too early. When you get married at 29, they'll tell you it's too late.
Too late.
Like, I feel like my cousin was telling me, like, regardless of what you do, you can never please society. Like,
Yeah, you
now they're
can't.
satisfied with you. But I think biologically, Pia, like, during that age bracket, like 24, 20s, like, I also hear it's the best time to give birth for healthier children. The older you get,
I was hearing about IQ
like
in
the
kids.
kids are more likely to have.
For it, I had when like for a lady, if you give birth to a kid when you're around, when you're around 22 to 20.
They'll have
let's
high
say
IQ.
early 26, the kids are going to have high IQ. I don't know if that's true.
I'm not sure because IQ also has to do with genes, but not always. Sometimes you'll find a random kid with very high IQ, but the
Very
parents.
smart.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's.
So the earlier, the higher the IQ. Regardless of the parents.
You know, I'm saying that because if I look down to like my family, my dad had my sister, because my sister is older than me by 4 years. When he was 23.
See, back then they had land
So
and everything.
23,
Yeah.
and so for me was around 27. Yeah, 27, right?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
26.
26, 26, 27, yeah, around there. But if you look between me and my sister, I'm more smarter than my sister. Funny enough.
So you've debunked that myth.
So I don't
That
think
it's not true.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
Totally.
but I think hiyo story ya nini juu nitakwambia bado ukifika 27 utapata tu there's a man maybe in his 40s he hasn't gotten married yet.
But you know, for men
But
don't
there
have
can
that
also
timing.
be another 27-year-old.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or a 32.
But
Yeah.
I checked, they don't.
I'm another.
Apoka 40.
No, 40 is just a number that's too much.
A random number.
But
Utapata
I
tu.
checked, for men, they don't have that timing.
Like women.
Like,
yeah, it's
I'm
true.
okay with the timing. Yeah. Oh, by this, you're supposed to be married. By this, you're supposed to have your first kid. Like, you guys don't have that. But as for ladies, to
No,
know,
I
like, your
think
timing
I think it's
so
the
much.
biological backing
Yeah,
that
even
comes up
biological,
that
yeah.
now
But
like
biologically,
pressure-
they say, for
lessens that
example,
pressure.
like menopause.
yeah.
For ladies, biologically, they say from around 40.
Yeah, that's now the pressure that
And
inaleta
on
watu.
a lower percentage, it happens from 35 or 38.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's now the pressure that inafanya wase wanakuwa na hiyo issue. Yeah.
But wache hiyo myths kabisa. Yeah, IQ kwanza.
Another unpopular opinion from
Another unpopular opinion. Let me think.
unpopular opinion.
I had a lot actually.
Uh-huh.
Because I've had a number. I've had a number. The other one was what?
So guys, shoot your shot. Faith here is afraid of, reaching that age alone.
I am actually. It's
You
giving me a lot of
are
pressure. It's
Kuna
giving me
emergency
a
ya
lot of-
kutoka soko, so slide tu kwa
like,
DM.
oh,
tuache
right.
handles hapo chini.
Talking of kutoka soko hata nimekumbuka. Is it true that when you have high standards as a lady, it's really hard for you to get a man? I'm not looking for a man.
By our standards, what do you
I'm
mean?
not. Eh?
You know, we need to
High
define terms.
standards,
Because
not pride,
Yes?
not pride, and not being picky.
High
Because a lot
standards.
of people confuse being picky with standards.
Most of my friends, ladies friends, wameniambia
Like
standards
high
zao.
standards is knowing what you want.
Wamekwambia standards.
Most of my
They want
ladies friends
tall.
out there wameniambia standards zao, alafu nikawambia good luck on finding the angel that you're looking for.
The angel.
Yes, because no one can achieve that standard.
Uh-huh.
But I think some people, they over exaggerate the standards.
But people are serious on standards. You need to be
But some they
6'5".
over
You need
exaggerate. You know something like you want a man who has a certain amount in his account. You want someone who drives a certain car. Those are over exaggerated. Over. Those are
Me, I don't even know what to
I
say
think
about
those are
standards.
beauty standards.
Because nikikuwa like nikitoka high school niliwatch someone ya Mike Todd. It's a very famous someone ya Laying with Fire. Like it was about relationships. Iko na common name but he was talking about ripping your list. So nakumbuka like nikikuwa first year like nilikuwa so serious about God. So my only standard was like I didn't even have a standard. I was just whoever you want God. That was my one standard.
Tunasonga nayo.
It worked out well. Yeah.
So the trick is not have standards.
But so that I didn't have standards. Me, I think in my history of life, my standard is friendship. That's my standard. Like if we can be best friends, we can be life companions. That's it.
You don't need like 6'5" guys with blue eyes walking.
I have.
I'm like, wait,
I have
ocean blue eyes.
I have some zinaitwanga nini preferences. But sasa tuseme kama Mungu angeniletea mtu mwenye hayuko hivyo na like
Utajuaje Mungu
their
amekuletea?
best friends. Ngoja acha nijibu kwanza school. Like but like we can form some life companionship, we are good friends and all that. Ninge put down my nini, but I feel like yeah, I have a few standards, a few preferences. Kama dark skin. Yeah,
when it
that's
comes to
dark skin and
preferences,
taller than me.
Yeah, that's where it comes
Taller
from.
than me. You don't have to be
Yeah,
6'5", just taller than me. That's
In that
it.
when you wear like heels, it's a bit also like
Tukitoshana tukivaa heels, nikivaa heels si mbaya.
inaeleweka.
Mi kwangu si mbaya. But yeah, what were you saying? What were you asking, Jobu?
Nimekuuliza unajuaje Mungu amekuletea?
Unajuaje Mungu amekuletea?
Haikuji na issues, confusion.
I was going to the exact same thing.
It doesn't come with
Like,
confusion. It's
If
like
I can
straight up.
compare from what I think is sent from God, I believe, is it's less complicated from what it's less complicated. Like the person is not perfect because no one is, but it's less complicated and there's more peace in the decision. Like when the decision is made, like there's more peace. Like you're not like wow, ama singekubali. Ama si huyu.
Like
It's just like yeah, like there's peace, there's joy, like the
you find there's even that compatibility out of nowhere.
compatibility. Yeah. Sometimes you'd find even your life's mission or
for
purpose
example,
aligned.
like I don't know if it's okay. Trevor. Trevor and Mungai Eve, like for example, like
These people. I know Mungai Eve. I think I know Mungai Eve.
yeah, like the way people are right now. People are saying the way Mungai Eve alitoka, like yeah, Trevor doors opened.
Allegedly.
Hey.
Allegedly, because right now she is a CEO for digital content.
Huyu boss wangu
Yeah, CEO wake.
Kwani alikuwa
Countrywide.
amemfungia? That is
So-
what
so-
like ni vitu tu wasio usema ndio maana nimekuuliza like unajuaje juu one thing with
It
men
doesn't come with confusion.
if you have taken time to study people you realize like most men okay most men hata kama akucheki asikie kitu unataka and then they'll go and be malleable and come with the package
What
with
they
everything you
want.
want.
And that's the problem.
Am I
That's the
lying?
issue. That's the problem. Like it's like you're covering up your true self.
personally,
Not really covering up, adding
No,
on to whatever
that's
you
like
need.
that's like covering up everything.
but I
about
hope
you.
for the other alternative that you come, you say me, I don't have the quality to just walk away. I'm not gonna
No.
be better for you. You just come find me the way I am. Then if you don't like, you just move forward.
It's been
Kanyanga
real.
kubwa kubwa.
Okay.
But that is a good thing. But do you guys consider chemistry in the relationship?
Yeah,
What's
I do. For me, I
How
do.
you vibe, how you understand each other,
Yeah.
or something like that. Ama itakuja uko mbele.
No, for me, it does. I do.
Me, as I said,
So
if we are able to be friends, I think we can be
Yeah.
life partners because we get along. Like through
We
friendship,
vibe.
you can tell like if like we're able to be close enough to be best friends. Like we have chemistry. Like we laugh together, we get along, we like each other's company, we have common goals. Probably we are going to. You get like so, yeah.
Oh, so chemistry plays
chemistry
part.
needs to be
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Jobu?
Because unataka
Ama
kuniambia,
you're yet to
let me ask you,
discover.
No,
let me
I-
ask you, because unataka kuniambia, for example, if you're with a certain lad, and then
Nimpenda hiyo lad.
badilika kidogo,
On your
and
after.
then, hey, it's really, okay,
Not your ordinary
lady,
boys.
lady,
lad.
and then you dated for, let's say, some few months, unataka kuniambia umekaa tu umechill. No vibe, no chemistry hapo. Yani uko tu.
Hii ilikuwa optional. Si ati
Ati optional.
si ati mtu mwenye amekuwa wewe rafiki yako na mtu tu mwenye amepop up kwa maisha yako. So
Oh, okay.
But there was this umesema popping up
So
into
back-
your life,
oh,
and I was like remembering they were saying you when you settle down, you marry someone that you've known. Is it?
Uko sure?
That's what I heard. You like you can't just marry a total stranger. You marry someone that you've known.
But some people take way less time to.
I had someone dating for like they've known each other 3 months and they're already married.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Really? By chemistry, did you mean feelings?
Not really feelings, vibes.
Oh,
You know
vibes.
there is feelings
I get
involved.
you.
I think
Oh,
friendship
okay.
is very important.
yeah.
Juu sasa imagine umekaa na msee, unajua hizo story unajua utampigia story zako tangu zaliwe mpaka saa hii, in the next maybe 2 years ama 3 years mshamaliza, then
Yeah, by
like,
then.
you need to be friends.
Yeah,
Tunafaa tu kuwa
exactly.
mabeshte.
Yeah.
Aside from you guys being couples or something.
True.
Okay.
Kuna hiyo vibe tunakuja differently kabisa.
It's actually, I think it's very genuine. Like if we are friends, like even I can meet your parents. You get, because I can introduce her to my parents. You get like meet my friend. So even when we start dating, like it's not awkward. Like yeah.
Another unpopular opinion.
Mbona umemtia tu pia?
Ana process hiyo maneno. Like
Sinasikia.
he's like, this is interesting.
Another unpopular opinion. Dowry is overrated. It's not necessary.
Not necessary.
What?
At
Dowry.
all.
Dawari.
I think.
Okay. No, it's okay to think it. It's okay. Sema tuna confidence.
Jamina.
So I think dowry is not necessary.
Dawari.
Like at all,
Yes.
wasipeane at all, zero.
No, labda itwe appreciation ile
Okay.
kuna kakitu unasema mother-in-law shika hii.
I think that's
Yeah,
what it should be.
Yeah.
But ukute hapo wazee 50 wamekaa na wanavurutana.
That's what the society is.
Dunia yetu iruhusu tuchukue hiyo pesa. Hiyo haiwezi. Hiyo nyinyi rudini tu. Nimecheki mpaka wanatumwa kando, wazee wanaenda wanaongea.
You know, I had this recently from like the Kalenjins. If, for example, a guy amekaa na the lady for maybe approximately, let's say, a year, and maybe they have a kid. Na hawajaenda nyumbani, the man has to pay a certain amount first as an apology.
Hiyo iko.
Ati apology.
Like
Yeah, apology ya kusema nimekaa na mrembo wenu.
living together.
Yeah, like you've lived
That makes
together.
sense.
And then, but sasa amjenda, like for Kalenjin, amjenda koito. For Kikuyu it's rurasho, sindio? Amujenda hiyo. So the time before mu arrange for that, muna ati the guy has to pay a certain ransom to compensate you ya kusema nimekaa na msichana wenu for this time,
No,
tumepata hadi
makes
mtoto.
It makes sense. Ni ati sijui mmekaa tu hapo very strange figures juu mtoto wetu
Mita
ni
saba.
mrembo,
2 million asif. Hey. Ni bado ni mtoto wenyu anaweza kuja kwa visit.
Anaweza kuja anytime.
Mbona
Juu pia kuna msee alisemaga okay, mnataka do ngapi? Wakasema figa zao, wakapewa. Kwambia sawa. So huu msichana ni wangu sasa forever. Hata irudi hapa tena. Forget about it.
It's selling literally.
Sasa nika juu by the way figa ameniambia nikaa nimemnunua. So akasema acha ninunue na hiyo story msahau.
Mimi I remember telling my dad, I was actually tulikuwa tunaongea naye and I was like, Dad, dowry, is it really a must? Nilimuuliza
cause appreciation.
No, apart from hiyo ukiangalia in other nini hiyo venye like wazee lazima wakue and then wanasema ng'ombe zinafaa zikuwe sijui ngapi
okay,
so
and
then alafu there's also an amount and I'm like that is it a must mupe like hiyo dowry amount.
Okay, kuna hiyo akale ilikuwa naambiwa the specific number of goats and nini na kuna representation yake and whatever they mean. So that culturally makes sense. But sasa hiyo kuanza kwenda ahead unasema sijui this figure and then if you are supposed to explain doesn't make sense. But hiyo yenye like we need X amount of sheep which represent this, X amount of goats ama cows that represent this. Hiyo haina shida. But kuna hiyo it reaches a point wanaeka zao sasa. Jua kueleza hii familia huko mafuta.
Wanaongeza.
Mnalipa hapo. It's all good.
Yeah, I think that's some of the popular opinions, unpopular opinions that we thought we should debunk on today's episodes. If you have any other unpopular opinions, share with us. Opportunity, we'll talk about them in the next episode. That has been our time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Our episodes drop on Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 4 p.m. East African time. Yeah, that's all from us. My name is Mwandembe. Peace.
Faith Bawen.
June Wangare, bye.
What?
Free Congo.
Free Congo.
Enkoba Newton Nyamosi. Yes. Subscribe. Tumeleta hapa warembo, create content na time. Say, alafu unapita hapo bila kusubscribe. Hiyo ni nini mse? Hebu finye hiyo kidude hapo. Next time tutakuja tuko na hata juice.
Niko karibu kuachia Mungu by the way.
Haya.